Vozak Studio presents 72 positive and inspirational quotes to put your day in perspective with commentary. Volume 1. Leadership, Success, Mindset, Unleashing Your Inner Potential by Emmanuel Amwako. Read for you by Zach Purcell. Prologue. Life is such a beauty, an arena full of variety of experiences to enjoy, expectations to be met, challenges to overcome, and adventures to undertake. But you have realized something is missing. Imagine you have a need that turned out to be the greatest need of all. What if that need, when satisfied, would grow into the most deeply rewarding aspect of your life? You do have such a need. How long have you been feeling that inner drive to seek a higher purpose and meaning in your life? It is time to take a leap. The divine power, infinite intelligence, or the power that is greater than us in the universe has a way to reward and transform those who stay true to their call and persist to the end. That change, when happened, will propel you towards becoming the best version of yourself. You do not have to settle for mediocre life that will diminish your potential and make you invisible to the world. A little dose of daily inspiration is all you need to trigger you into action. This book will help you do just that. Compiled from the works of some of the most distinguished leaders, writers, educators, presidents, authors, musicians, philosophers, and academics from around the world and throughout history, this book will empower you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding you need to see the world from a whole new perspective. You will garner the confidence and persistence you need every day to embrace anything life may throw at you. You will acquire insight in the areas of love, leadership, mindset, relationship, entrepreneurship, and more. Best of all, the inspiration from these extraordinary men and women and the plan that comes with it will help you to live life full of love, hope, and promise. You will discover how to enjoy life to the fullest and be the best of who you are meant to be. 1. True power arises in knowing what you want, knowing what you don't want, expressing it clearly and lovingly without the attachment to the outcome. Leonardo Jacobson, spiritual teacher and author. Knowing what you want is the first step towards achievement. It's a vast world, and often we do not know what to choose because we have so many options. There are so many ways to make money. There are so many people you can hang out with. There are so many career paths that you could choose. We often exhaust ourselves by not being precise of what we want. Start with your gut and be clear about your goals, vision, and purpose, your deepest calling. Start there, and you will see that you are no longer cluttered, confused, or all over the place. 2. You are who you choose to be. Ted Hughes, the Iron Man. If you take away everything that limits you, all your challenges, fears, issues, who would you be? Now ask yourself, why are you allowing these to stop you? No one's life is free of inhibitions. We all have life challenges that seem to hold us back. Are you someone who is always focused on the problems and get discouraged instead of finding solutions? Do you only see one side of the equation? Do you really believe that the person you desire to be is out of reach? Listen, life is like a story. There are many ways a chapter could conclude, but what makes the climax is what matters. A house is built one brick at a time. What decisions are you making each day to move you closer to your dreams? The person you are meant to be is hidden inside of you. Just dig deeper. 3. Don't be satisfied with what you know. Be a lifelong student. Indra Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo. If you are unwilling to learn or unlearn, you will not go further than where you are. The mind is a magnificent tool. It has taken mankind to all sorts of heights. Did you ever think you will see a day when you could do virtually anything at the tap of your finger? It is all because humans are made to keep outdoing themselves. All that happened through learning, testing, analyzing, and executing. If you stop doing anything else in this life, never give up learning. You go against your very design if you do. 4. Never spend your money before you have it earned. Thomas Jefferson, 3rd U.S. President. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have. Look at your life. Do you need everything you possess? Do you need that name brand dress or shoes? Do you need to do your hair every week? Do you need to eat out every day? Material things can be great, but if you are robbing yourself to live a life you cannot afford, it is not worth it. You can live without it. Do not buy into advertisements. Take care of your needs. Buy healthy food, pay the necessary bills, and cook more. After you cover your needs, save and invest. Be smart with your hard-earned money. Tell yourself no more debts, no more living from paycheck to paycheck, and make this a golden rule. If you can live without it, you do not need it. 5. If we lose love and self-respect for each other, this is how we finally die. Maya Angelou, American poet, singer, and civil rights activist. Respect others and succeed together. Often, it takes a tribe to change the narrative. No man or woman is an island, but if there is no respect for each other, then that tribe will diminish and become barbaric. Every so often, one person climbs up to the top and the others get left behind. No community can thrive like that. It takes a village to earn prosperity that spans from generation to generation. Respect each other, look out for each other, stand by each other as we are all in this together. 6. Leadership is action, not a position. Donald McGannon, Broadcast Executive. A leader is just an empty title without execution. You must be what you want to lead. You must get up living that truth. You must show and never just tell, because leaders, they cannot help but to do. 7. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far ahead to motivate them. John Maxwell, American author and leadership coach. Leadership is not leading to victory, but leading from victory. After the wins, do you let the reins go? Do you simply relax? No, your team, your tribe, still needs you. They need you to show up and take charge whether it is raining or the sun is out mighty bright. Leadership never stops just because you just had a win. It is where leadership begins. 8. It's not lack of love, but lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. Friedrich Nietzsche, German philosopher and a cultural critic. Marriage works when we do it in God's way. If you want to know what love is, read 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy one another. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. If we love in the way it was expressed in the Bible, our marriages will not fail. But it takes two. Two people have to commit to love the way God intended. 9. Thinking is the hardest job there is. That's why less people engage in it. Henry Ford, American industrialist and a business magnate. Funny that many choose to think less when we are wired to be critical beings. It is in our design to think, analyze, reflect, and address. That is one of our greatest abilities. Do not be afraid of your intelligence. Embrace it, and it will take you far. 10. Think big and don't listen to people who tell you it can't be done. Life is too small to think small. Tim Ferriss, American author and entrepreneur. When it comes to your own development, you cannot wait until someone asks us to do. The onus is on you to develop yourself. While it is great to have support or someone to guide you, it is in your own hands to move from one step to the next. Imagine if trees waited on another tree to tell them to grow. Then no tree would be as tall as they are, bear as many fruits as they do, or even give shelter to some of the smaller trees who require some shade. Do not wait on others to tell you to grow. You have all that you need inside to do that yourself. 11. Luck is a matter of preparation meeting opportunity. Lucius Annaeus Seneca, Roman philosopher. No one will truly invest in you but you. As an employee, you might find that you put in as much as is needed to get by. Sometimes you do exactly what you were paid for, nothing more, nothing less. It is not your company, right? At the end of it all, you will not get as much returns as the business owner. Also, you are disposable. They can easily replace you. You will have no claim to the creativity you have given or to your intelligent properties. No, it is all theirs, and the rewards are mostly theirs to reap. When you become a business owner, everything shifts. You are putting in 16 or more hours. You are wearing many hats. You are doing all that is necessary to ensure your business thrives. When you hire someone, you realize that they will never put in as much as you. It is not their company. What should they truly invest? If you do not put in all that is needed to take your business from point A to B, who will? You are your business. You are the CEO of your life. Will you do all that is necessary to make your business thrive, or will you watch yourself fall by the wayside? 12. Do not give up. You never know who you are inspiring. Maxie McCoy, writer and a speaker. There was a young woman, an immigrant, living in another country. She was alone and homesick. The only job she could get was at a hair salon. This was something she did well at home. Every day before she went to work, she would remember what her mother said. You're never fully dressed without a smile. No matter what life brought her way, she never left her home without putting her smile on. Memories of her mother helped her pull through the day. She treated her customers like they were her family, always putting a smile on their faces. One day at work, she felt a sudden pang in her chest. She had no customers at that time, so she rushed from her office to the back of the building. She could not help it. Tears streamed down her face. She missed home, her family, her life she left back in Jamaica. She wanted to give up so badly, but she knew she could not. After crying for about 15 minutes, she wiped her face dry, put on her smile, and went back to her chair. One of her clients entered the salon shortly after. "Thank you," she said. Baffled, the hairdresser asked, "For what? I haven't done your hair yet." "For always encouraging me to embrace life now." The hairdresser had no idea what her client was going through, that she had her own battles. She thought this lady had everything going for her, but somehow she, a small island young woman, had inspired someone she never dreamed she would just by coming to work every day, smiling and being herself. People do not always talk about the impact your lives have on them. Often we inspire others in silence. It could be your next-door neighbor, your employer, your teacher, your partner, your children. Just keep at it, because your mere presence, your mere work, your mere doing sends energy near and far to all those who need it the most. 13. If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn, American entrepreneur and author. Do not die wandering. Life is all risky. We all have obstacles that stand between us and what we want. How many opportunities have we given up to love, grow, and become because of our inhibitions? What got you wandering today? Is it that man or woman you thought would not like you? Is it that career you believed you were not good enough for? Is it that country you just could not get on that plane for? What is it? And how much does it hurt? Days turn into months, and months rush into years. Anything could happen anytime. There is not enough money and highly advanced technology in the world to stop the unexpected from happening. Many things are beyond our control. You may go to sleep and never again see the sunrise. Do not be anxious. It is a fact of life. You are not alone when it comes to this. The only thing you have control of is yourself, actions, and the path you choose to take. Whether or not you submit that application, invite that person to lunch, or take that leap of faith, you are making those moves in this game of life. 14. To know what life is worth, you have to risk it once in a while. Jean-Paul Sartre, French philosopher and novelist. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. We are not saying security is not important. There are some things that you need secured. But when you find yourself in an unhappy cycle or get stuck at a level just for the sake of security, you know that is not how you want to live. Adventure opens you up to knowledge you never thought you would have and experiences that mold you. Sometimes it breaks up the concrete that prevents the seed of your purpose to grow. Do not fear being uncomfortable, not having that house or car. Or if you should fear anything, it should be living without purpose, passion, or drive. For without those, you will not truly be alive. 15. There are 3 types of people. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who don't know what happened. Les Brown, American motivational speaker and author. Which one are you? Which one have you decided to be? Everything starts and ends with a decision. Are you choosing to go be a bystander or be clueless? Do you know you have more power over your life than you express? Do you know you can move from clueless to being in charge? You just have to make up your mind to be that type. 16. Your friends will believe your potential, but your enemies will make you live up to it. Tim Fargo, American author and keynote speaker. The only limit to your potential is you. This is best summed up as a quote by Marianne Williamson, who is an American author and activist, said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, or fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give ourselves permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Stop playing small. Human beings are made with tremendous potential. It is up to you to act on it. 17. As a man thinketh, so he becomes. James Allen, British philosophical writer. Have you ever thought of something and it happened, good or bad? That is the power of thoughts. Amy Morin, psychotherapist and international best-selling author, once said, "Your thoughts are a catalyst for self-perpetuating cycles. What you think directly influences how you feel and how you behave. So if you think you are a failure, you will feel like a failure. You will act like a failure, which reinforces your belief that you must be a failure. What are you becoming based on your thoughts? What can you become if you thought the opposite of your current thoughts?" 18. Until you realize how easy it is for your mind to be manipulated, you remain a puppet of someone else's game. Avita Oshel, author and visionary speaker. Jim Rohn once said, "Every day stand guard at the door of your mind and decide what goes into your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results." Do you filter information you take in daily? Or do you watch, listen, absorb anything and everything? Do you turn away from a page if it will be consumed by your mind and lead to ill thoughts? Do you shut out everything that breaks down your values? Filtering